That's one small step for man.
Americans are dreamers. We are innovators, discoverers, and we are capitalists. We thrive under adversity. We defend the weak because we are strong. Most of all, we are achievers. We do things the right way. The future is in our own hands. We are the nation that redefined capitalism. And we also invented a new form of capitalism called network marketing, and then we exported it to the world. And now we're going to reinvent it for a new century. Networkers epitomize capitalism when it's done correctly. We're going to find the good companies and expose the bad ones. We are the new face of network marketing. We are Networking Star. At Networking Star, it has been our mission to give entrepreneurs the information they need to make the right decision with the many choices out there. A vital part of the decision-making process is to know what to look for in an opportunity. For this week, we interviewed top network marketing consultants, a current distributor with a growing group, and a former disenchanted distributor that is very successful with traditional businesses. With over 1,500 new network marketing companies starting each year, the right information will either propel you to success or keep you from making a bad decision.
The percentage of companies that succeed in this business is really very similar to that of any type of a new startup business. 10 to 15% will last probably around 2 years, but those that last 2 years will go on to last 5 years or more.
We're beyond the days of driving around with whiteboards in our trunks and drawing circles in living rooms. You've got to have a technology platform. You've got to have the tools to enable a much smarter and more sophisticated person that may want to come in and be a part of your distribution network.
We're not talking about just a brochure or just a DVD. We're talking about websites. We're talking about social networking. We're talking about all the things that it takes that the distributor needs to be able to be competitive in the marketplace.
When you choose a network marketing company, you need to evaluate that company in 3 very specific areas. You need to evaluate the people, you need to evaluate the product, and you also need to make sure the company has plenty of money. There are many facets to these 3 different areas, but you need to choose a company that is not weak in any one of them. If you do, you and the company will likely fail.
I just recently joined network marketing, and if that doesn't test your strength, I don't know what will.
Your integrity, the trust that the distributors have and who you are as a company are going to be based on you being able to deliver on your promises.
When people trust in you to get involved in something that you've put your name on the line and you've said this is a good product, this is a good program, and then you find out that it's absolutely crooked and dishonest, and that absolutely you've got to swallow hard and apologize to a lot of people because they spend a lot of money and trust and effort into what you said in your words. So, and in me, integrity and a handshake means more than what they were doing, and they just were very dishonest, and that did it for me. So,
each year, approximately 90% of the network marketing companies that start will also fail. Some never even ship a single product. Usually, failure within network marketing starts right at the top of the organization. Would you ever do it again?
I don't. That's not my. No, I've done several things, and somebody said there's more ways than skin a cat, and in the last 10 years since I've been out of it, I've done okay and built businesses and did other things. So I don't think I have any interest in. They really did just they ruined that deal. So I won't go back to that.
The companies that are failing aren't selling. Most people that get into the direct selling industry hope for growth, but they don't plan for growth. And I think you should plan for growth first and then hope for growth second.
I just don't like being involved in something where I don't have control of.
Or all the information.
Or all the information, and information's key. So
these are people that'll ask the right questions because they're smart, and they want to know from a company perspective, do you have the tools to help me, become successful? They've got the work ethic, they've got the intellect, and they've got the drive.
The importance of the right people within network marketing cannot be underestimated. One of the biggest failures is the CEO or the founders and their lack of understanding of the industry. The CEO and founders must be dedicated to sales. Look for a company with leaders that will actually lead by example, not just by word.
So if I didn't have a mentor, I can almost say 99%, I probably would have quit network marketing.
If the management team has a depth of experience and understands how to make this kind of business work, how to manage it, and how to make sure that all the factors that are necessary for success are in place, you have a much better chance of success.
The CEOs that fail in direct selling come in two categories: either the entrepreneurs that are founders of companies that think they should be a CEO, or a CEO who thinks he can run a direct selling company. And so I think oftentimes it's a matter of mismatching the competencies and the attributes that are required to be successful in a direct sell company.
And the people who were being dishonest to me, they weren't business people. They were just, they didn't have any business sense at all. But they were just being told what to say to us from their distributors above them.
Communication, though, is really critical. What we found is a lot of the companies that fail, they don't communicate with their distributors properly. They don't communicate with their customers properly. They don't even communicate among themselves.
With who I was involved with, they didn't tell a lot of the things that maybe they should have. And they should have, for sure. And the things that they withheld were really things that probably would have helped them.
Some people join a company for the product. Others join the company for the opportunity. However, the most stable companies have the right mixture of both. Any company that has a low product value and is dependent upon the opportunity to sell must be avoided. And any company that has a poor payment structure is not going to inspire people to dedicate their full time to the business.
Do they have the right products that are timely, that are needed, that people would buy regardless of the fact that there was a business opportunity?
And they kept telling us that we had to buy certain tapes and books to further our education in their business. And that's one thing they didn't say is, and they pushed and pushed, that if you didn't buy the books and you didn't buy the tapes, that you weren't doing the program. So everybody bought into that, but all they were doing was pushing that, so they were making money off that. And then we'd go to the seminars and they'd charge $200 a person for a seminar, and all that money was going back into their pockets. And so that was purely a money-making, it was dishonest. You
didn't know about that they were making money from that?
Had not a clue. And maybe if they told people, that's one of the things, if they said, hey, when you get to this point, you get a take from the tapes, or you get a take, that would give me more incentive to, man, this is what I have to look forward to, rather than catching them later on that they were trying to hide that because they didn't want us to know that.
The right company has plenty of money, not only to start up the company, but also to compensate the field to tell the company's story and sell the products. Never underestimate the amount of money it takes to get a company off the ground. Money is crucial.
You could be the best of the best, but if you have a gaping hole in any one of those, you're going to fail.
To order copies of this program, please visit networkingstar.com/shop.